Yeah, I figured we were gonna go back there. It just seemed like everything we never actually found anything with like the powder or the spray or the light even. So we need to look for that.
Dr. Kimishima, can I bother you for a moment?
What's the matter?
HQ contacted me just a moment ago. It seems Joseph Parker has a message for you.
The victim's husband? But why?
I don't know. I'll send the recording over to you right now.
This message is for whoever is investigating my case. I don't know who you are, but I'm impressed by your skills. Go to my house and check above the fireplace. My wife's diary should be behind the stones. You must already know that I can't stand, so that's the only thing I couldn't get rid of. If you read it, you might find out what my wife was truly feeling.
Yeah, so now he's admitting to the fact that he didn't kill them.
Make use of that information.
That's it. Did you get all that, Dr. Kimishima?
I wonder why he's cooperating with us
I
now.
heard every word. I'll have to check above the fireplace.
I guess he knows the jig is up, as it were. Okay.
Above the fireplace, behind the stones. This must be it. Alma's diary is in here?
Kept my evil diary back here just in case. Wouldn't it be subject to getting, like, toasty?
Here it is.
Where's the actual fireplace bit? What is this shelf here?
I should take it back to the office and go through it.
Okay, I guess we'll investigate that in a bit. We weren't told yet that that's it. Okay, from what I can tell, that is it. We just need to go back and check the diary now. Alright.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, can you spare a moment?
I suppose so. What do you need?
I do if it's about the case.
Well, of course it is. Alma Parker's autopsy is about to begin.
Good. I hope they find something.
Yes, and regarding the results from the auto-imaging scan, a tumor has been found in Alma Parker's prefrontal lobe.
A tumor?
Yes, it's about 5 centimeters in diameter, and it seems to have been causing CVD.
Cerebral vascular disorder. If that's so, then...
Yes, well, even if she hadn't been killed, she didn't have much time left.
It seems to be kind of reoccurring theme throughout her thing is people who don't have much time left. Like that one girl who didn't have much time left, who was vomiting blood, and this girl and Naomi herself doesn't have much time left.
That's not the point. Tumors in the prefrontal lobe cause visual and auditory hallucinations. There's the chance that this may explain her strange behavior.
Wait, so you think this is related to the case?
It could
I
definitely
found Alma's diary
be.
above the Parker's fireplace.
We should see if she mentions anything about creepy monsters or crazy people.
Then Joseph was...
He was telling the truth. Reading this may tell us more.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. My headaches continue today.
You sound like the same lady from the first forensics mission who reported the fire. Suspicious.
That bruise seems to have gotten bigger, too. Should I see a doctor?
A bruise. What is she referring to?
Probably the bruise on her hand. That star-shaped one. Yes, excellent.
That's
I
right.
thought it was
She
the right
was still
one.
alive when she got that bruise on her hand.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. A miracle happened today. I can barely believe it. I heard God's voice, beautiful and pure. The bruise on my hand is a sigil passed on to me by God himself.
I see. Well, I'm no theologian, but I doubt this was a revelation from God. What happened to her was caused by...
Audio hallucinations?
Right. Her experience was likely caused by the tumor in her prefrontal lobe. She interpreted the whispers of her disease as the voice of the Creator.
I write this diary giving thanks to the mountains and to the flowing waters. Today I heard a shocking premonition. We were walking the path against God's divine will. My pain was inflicted on me as a punishment and a warning to me and my family.
Do you think this is what the new guild's gonna do? It's gonna cause people to, like, go crazy?
I cannot let this be. I must save my family. I write this diary.
Okay, I got it.
Preparations have been made. I will become the beast of the Lord and lead my loving family. I will sever them from this world and engrave the sigil upon their bodies too.
So she was intending to kill Joseph too.
Abby, my little girl, I willingly become the beast so I can save you.
And she had a bruise, like a star-shaped bruise on her hand, and she marked that upon her daughter as well. She actually, like, cut it into her.
Beast of the Lord. That explains the fur.
I learned a terrible truth today. My little Abby never reached his side. It's my fault. I severed her connection before engraving the sigil. Ah, my loving daughter. Please forgive your mother for being so foolish.
So she killed her daughter and then marked her hand, what she's assuming it was the incorrect order, so she probably tried to drug her husband so she could mark his hand. And maybe that was the injury he received. We need to double check his hand if we can. That'd be useful. And then, but I guess she failed that and wasn't able to kill him afterwards or something.
Joseph will be saved.
Yep, see?
I will engrave his sigil and lead his soul.
Talk about suspicious. You shouldn't have made that.
It won't hurt. Joseph, let us be reunited in his world.
The diary ends here. Alma died after writing this. The sigil that she says she engraved onto her daughter is...
That lovely... it wasn't a bruise. What was it? Wound. Yes, wound.
That's right. Alma thought the black bruise on her hand appeared as a holy sign. That's why she thought she was saving her daughter's soul using the same pattern. She also planned to do the same to her husband. When she said she'd make sure it won't hurt, she meant...
She drugged him. Sleeping pills.
Indeed. This diary answers a number of the questions we've had regarding this case.
Wasn't that great? So do we pretty much have this solved at this point then? Who killed Alma? Was it Joseph?
Until this point, I had thought that Alma and Abigail had been killed by the same person.
As did I.
Now it's clear who killed Abigail. And yet, there are several things found at the crime scene that could not have been Alma's doing. I need to review the information we have to determine if these murders were committed by the same person.
So... Can you
Hey, little
investigate
guy,
now?
I have something else that I need
Oh,
you
now
to
you can.
analyze for me.
Great.
You do? I thought we've already been through everything.
It's more that I want you to sort through what we know. Alma wore the mask and the fur when she killed Abigail. However, Alma couldn't have done everything herself. For example...
Well, Alma couldn't be behind her own death, right? I mean, that
yes,
seems pretty difficult.
Alma didn't stab herself.
In fact, Alma was stabbed so hard it went straight through her. I'm pretty sure that would be almost like you could maybe self-injure yourself, but killing yourself in that fashion with that much force seems almost entirely impossible.
And there were obvious attempts to hide evidence after Alma's death. One such piece of evidence is...
Well, the burned mask. And fur, yeah.
Yes, someone tried to destroy the costume Alma wore in the fireplace.
Well, I'm assuming that's just Joseph,
Another piece
right?
is...
Hiding the murder weapon.
Indeed. The weapon Alma is believed to have used was hidden inside the clock.
Only one person was able to do this.
Joseph.
Yes, Now we can finally see everything that happened in this case.
We haven't really analyzed Joseph, but I bet if we did, we'd find a cut on his hand and maybe a circular mark on his other hand or something. I'm guessing, I don't know. I think we've got this, which is good because this mission is even longer than the other one. I'm not even going to have to cut out almost anything today, so this is literally just an extremely long mission.
The dead shall speak. Let's put together the truth of what happened here. In a way, you could say Alma Parker is the first victim. She had a gigantic tumor within her prefrontal lobe. The conditions caused by the tumor changed her. This card has the evidence of that.
Tumor caused her... I don't know about that one. Almost said, yeah, there we go.
Yes, she believed her hallucinations were divine visions. Parting with the world, her beloved daughter was first. It was that same love that led to Alma's attack. This card proves the violence Alma carried out on her Abigail.
Let's see, is it this one?
Indeed. She put on a mask and fur, then killed her. That's why Abigail failed to recognize her own mother.
Mom, run! There's some crazy stabby person with
Instead,
fur
she
and a
kept
mask.
screaming in order to warn Alma away. Abigail's
That's kind of
last
tragic,
words
isn't it?
are proof of that.
That's just really tragic, isn't it? Like, Abigail really believed in her mother. She's just a crazy, crazy person.
Mom! Stay away! Run!
After the murder, Alma tried to guide her child's soul.
And Alma didn't respond to that? That's even
The proof
rougher.
of that is on this card.
It's the, sigil thing, right?
This is likely what Mrs. Bowen witnessed. But Alma thought she had failed to save Abigail's soul. In order to guide the soul to its rightful place, Alma thought the sigil needed to be applied before death. So she made careful preparations for Joseph's murder. The evidence of that is shown on this card.
I kind of thought it was the cook for a little bit. Let's see. Yep.
Yes, but this plan failed to work. Joseph woke from the pain and struggled with her in a panic. This card tells us the evidence of that.
Joseph's bloodstain, there we go.
Alma wore the mask and fur again to kill her husband. That's why Joseph didn't know it was Alma attacking him.
Ah, I see.
He desperately caught her hand,
That makes
resisting
sense
her.
now that I think about it.
And in the ensuing struggle, they fell, stabbing Alma.
And then afterwards, he figured out who it was.
When Joseph removed his attacker's mask, he realized...
Oh,
it
that's...
was first thought that both
kinda tragic,
cases
isn't
had
it?
the same murderer.
He didn't even know what he had
So many
done.
mysteries solved. I know that can't be. This is the card with proof of the reason why that is.
That's tragic. Yeah, that one.
Concentrate.
Really? What proves that most murders couldn't be done by the same person? Is that not the clue?
Yes. After Alma's death, someone erased evidence of her guilt. No matter how it was done, it couldn't have been Alma. And so the truth of this card is brought to light.
Alma couldn't have killed herself. Now do I get to use this clue? That made me a little bit
This
annoyed.
person wanted to hide Alma's crimes. First, her costume was destroyed in the fireplace.
So he didn't even know that his own daughter
The
was
weapon
killed. That's
she used
interesting.
was hidden within a clock in the house. Another knife was used to make Alma seem like a victim. This card shows who took this effort to exonerate Alma. Joseph knew Alma was not a woman who could commit murder. Her bizarre acts were a result of her brain tumor. Even then, she still loved her husband and cared about him.
And so she wanted to kill him.
Her final words are proof of that.
That makes sense now. I was so confused by her final words. Her words were like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you or something. Which is a really weird thing to be saying when you're dying. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Shouldn't you be worried about yourself being killed? That was the big kicker for a while for me. And now, because I see that she was attempting to use the sigil thing to save her family, it all makes sense now.
Joseph, my love, I'm sorry. I can't save you.
That makes sense now. Oh, that is tragic.
This is the truth behind how her life's light was put out.
That is really tragic. Wow.
Naomi, you have a call from Mr. Parker.
Yes. I was just thinking about visiting you. All right. I'll be there soon.
Will you be all right? If you think there's any danger.
Chief, what do you think love is? A true love in which each thought of the other to the end. That may well have been the integral part of this case.
True that. True that. Was the husband really at fault for this one, though? Think about that, if you would, for a moment. He's not at fault for killing his wife, because she was attacking him. But he was attempting to hide the evidence. And in a lot of places, that's seen as, being just as guilty. Maybe not a tough sentence, but a very odd one.
It's any good. Alma always made coffee.
Is he in trouble for this? I don't know.
Thank you.
I mean legally, not like morally.
My wife, she was the best companion a man could hope for. Even when I was stubborn or angry, she still loved me.
Mr. Parker, it's my duty to uncover the truth.
I understand.
You loved her. Even if you'll be misunderstood and branded a killer, you wanted to hide the fact that Alma tried to kill you.
I'd be better off if she had killed me. There's absolutely no way she'd kill me without a cause. She must have had some reason for what she did. Please, if it ends like this, Alma will be known as a lunatic. You have
Well,
to
sorry,
find
she
out
was a
what
lunatic.
truly happened to my wife. Please.
Yes, I will. That's my duty. Death
I have a
comes
feeling
to
he's still
everyone.
going to jail.
I'm a little jealous.
Oh, there you are, Dr. Kimishima. I was looking for you.
I see. What do you want?
I have the report from the Oxford autopsy.
Tell me all about it, right now.
Right. Her brain tumor was kind of, well, strange.
This is
Strange?
actually something I'm pretty interested
Could you
in.
be any more vague? Were you actually present at the autopsy?
Well, yes, but it was a condition I've never seen. The tissue around the tumor was black. Nobody knows why.
Black? The same as with Veronica. Remove that tumor. I'll have a friend at Resurgam check it. And I want the death certificate made by the end of the day.
You want me to do all that?
No excuses. Get to it right now.
I'm on it.
Veronica's death. An old woman losing her mind.
I think these are connected.
What in the world is going on?
As my closing comment, I think they're going to be connected. Just because, I mean, think about it. Like, we saw that one blood-written note at the end of Veronica's chapter, which was highly suspicious, mind you. Do you think that both of these people had something happen to them that caused them to get affected with these strange diseases that nobody really knows what's up with them? And caused them to go insane? I mean, that's the best word for it, right? Go insane. I don't know. Just don't know. Next time we get to do a first response mission, yeah! Oh my gosh, it's literally been almost 2 hours. Well, I'm not going to get this edited now, so if you're wondering why this is out late, probably sometime midday tomorrow for me, that's why. I was expecting maybe an hour and a half, and maybe I'd be able to get a little bit done to get it moving along. That's not going to happen, because I've got to go pretty soon. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really interested to see where that goes. Those forensics missions are so much fun. You know, I've admitted that I have some problems with them occasionally. Sometimes they don't draw the clearest line of information, but man, those are just satisfying as all get out. Those are really, really satisfying and really interesting. Once again, proving that the team that made Trauma Center is really good at making out-of-the-box games that no one's quite used to. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Trauma Team. Bye!